Hi everyone, welcome to Product Breakdown. Today we have a new series starting for you all. It's called the Weekly Coffee Series. We'll talk about a quick bite-sized product strategy for something that's happening in the market, and we'll share with you what we have been reading, a book, an article, or something. It'll be fun. It'll be a quick chat with me, Mayank, and Shubham over coffee. So let's get started. Shubham, how's it going, man?
Good. Excited for the new series. I'm looking forward to sharing my thoughts with you. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, bro. What excites you about this short form? Like, tell me more.
I think in most cases, people want actionable insights that they can use not like a month from now, but next week. And I think that is what excites me about this, that a lot of the things that are happening in the market today, that's what we're going to talk about, and anything that inspires us. And hopefully we can, take out something that is actionable enough for people to use next week when they go to office.
I love it. I love it. Look, it was so good to meet you in person in New York. I think we came up with this idea last week while I was in New York and we had a beer near World Trade Center. So let's see how it goes. I'm super excited. Let's jump on to the product of this week. The product of this week is Peloton. Now, I know we know about Peloton, but why now? Why are we talking about this? Today, we even talk about exploring Peloton's apps first strategy. Peloton recently announced they are focusing on their mobile application first. They are traditionally a bike company, a hardware company. That's exactly how they started. They grew to great heights with that, and then came the downfall. They had a change in leadership, and now there's a new product strategy they're focusing on, their app first strategy. So what is it? Shubham, if you go to their website right now, it's not the first thing that you see is not go buy a bike. It's about go download the app. That's how serious they are about this pivot, about this change. So why do you like this so much? One, if it's an app first strategy makes the product barrier free. You can go to international market. You can go anywhere you want, and hardware could not. They could not sell in many markets. They were primarily US and UK first. So it unlocks new customer base for them. The app first strategy also gives them the power to now offer a free service, which they are. So anybody can download the app and start using Peloton. So the first two things means they can now expect more users coming in using Peloton. Then comes the next step. So you have a huge top of the funnel with free customers coming and using the Peloton app. Then they focus on monetizing on them, which is subscription. They have come up with new subscription options for the app without having the bike. Absolutely amazing. For I think $12 or more per month, you can now use the Peloton app just by itself. In future, they can explore what we have been discussing in the past, which is about really going deeper into still use the service for free, but then start showing ads. And we have seen from the past streaming services like HBO Max, they're all moving towards the ads model where you offer it for free and then show ads on top of that. So Peloton is really changing their product strategy from making huge money from just the hardware, and now diversifying and focusing on app first strategy. All right, I'll add one more thing. Go ahead, Shubham.
The question I would have for you here is basically, are they too late to do this? Because, Apple has been doing this. Netflix is getting into the game. I've heard HBO is trying to get in the game, right? Like, so they have a lot of competition. Again, I don't know if it's too late for them to get in pivot.
That's a good question. So let me just harp on how they got here. That answers that question of are they late or not. So I think the thinking behind any such pivot is going back to your roots, which is what do you stand for? Where do you have your product market fit? What do consumers think about it? And if you really know Peloton, the top three things that will come to your mind if you use Peloton. I have a Peloton, by the way, at the back. Number one, during pandemic, it was your companion at home. It was the thing that you relied on. Gyms were closed and nothing was there, and people just thought of Peloton when it came to home fitness, at least the US. Second is their instructors have created a phenomena. They're like superstars now. They're celebrities. If you look at Robin Narzo, Callie, these are all superstars. If they have a strong fan following, and then is the community around Peloton. People who use Peloton, they just love it. They share their success stories. They share uh, their pain they go through to get to where they are, and it's all within Peloton. Now, these three things are very unique to Peloton, and the market is so big. The question is, can they ride on top of this and just relying on hardware as a vehicle to grow while having these three core components was actually a barrier for them to grow. So, to answer your question, I don't think it's late. I think they haven't capitalized what they have in this three form of the companion at home, the instructors, fan base, and the community of users. If they capitalize on this, the next 5 years, they would be a very big company with a huge revenue base along with user base. That's how I see it. I don't think they're late at all.
That's fair. I would just say that I think it is interesting right now because they're in a very hard time and they only have like so many shots left. They are at the lowest in their stock price history. So the market is really watching them. So I hope this works out for them.
That's a very good point. I think it's a final shot, but it's a fair enough shot with a strong core value, which might result in what they're looking for. See, I believe in the strategy. I think I've been talking about app first strategy for Peloton for a long time because again, the values in the content, in the instructors and the community versus just the hardware. So decoupling them could unlock a new kind of growth, which they have never imagined. All right, man. That's a quick product strategy of the week on Peloton apps first strategy. Let's go deeper, bro. What have you been reading? Tell me more. What inspired you last week? Shubham, what have you been reading, man? What inspired you last week?
Yeah, so there's this very famous article by somebody called Paul Graham. If you don't know who he is, he's the founder of Y Combinator, and I really kind of get inspired by him. So this article, essential thought about this article, the crux of the article is basically, it really doesn't matter if you are able to solve hard problems or actually go and like find solutions to certain big huge things that would change the world. The process of doing it, the process of finding those problems, the process of actually researching solutions, the process of trying to find, sometimes even trying to find and failing to actually find a solution, that process makes you happy and better, and you grow to be a person who is at someday going to add a lot of value to the society. And the article is termed as fierce nerds, and I think clearly so. A lot of the people who actually go after these hard problems are nerds, and the fierceness comes out of the fact that you have this ability and agility and like this grit to go after those hard problems even when you're faced with like roadblocks and you don't stop.
I love it. Yeah, it's a very deep thought. I think the common term that we use every time colloquially is come out of your comfort zone. But how do you do that? It's by finding those hard problems that challenge you and make you better. If you are in your comfort zone slash focusing on the easy things that you've done in the past and the same things again and again, it's not making us better in some form, but not exponentially, to your point, and the impact will also be marginal. I love it, man. I want to read that article. Thank you for sharing. Cool. It's a Friday. I hope you enjoy your weekend in New York. I think summer is amazing. I think I'll be visiting again. I'll let you know. And let's do this short pod again end of next week.
Turn to come down to SF now.
All right. Cool. All right, then. I hope you all love this short podcast. We'll keep changing and evolving this. Please share your comments and suggestions below. And until then, next time. Bye.
Next time. Bye.